1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's recalibrate. Let's reset. Just fly out of my way. And let's not start this over, but let's start this conversation about Mr. Myron and the Fresh and Fit gang. Let's see here. Comment gang strong. We back. I had a few technical issues. I ain't, over here in the ends, in the boroughs, man, I don't know what be going on with the internet over here sometimes, fam. Jesus, Murphy. But let's get it popping back again. I'm going to wait for y'all to pop back up here in the chat. Make sure everything's working here. Let's reshare this on Twitter. Let's see here. I'll put back up. Okay, bong. And I'll do whatever adjustments I need to do later on as far as in the editing for the last video, because I already posted the last video. We'll come back to that video and do whatever alterations need to be done. But let's get back into it. Apologies for the technical difficulties over there, gang. Stuff happens, man. And let's get a few more people in here before we get back to the whole Fresh and Fit debacle. What I will do while we're waiting for people to get back in here is I'm going to play. Damn, I was cooking, man. These guys, bro. Hate you, Rogers. Ted Rogers, eat a dirt nap, bro. I mean that. Let's see. Where is my page that I was looking at before? Is it here? Okay.
Really does suck.
Let's start this,
guys. It really does suck. Fortunately, we made some moves, etc. And we kind of knew that the type of content that we make, for us to be able to give you this content, we have to.
It comes at a cost.
It comes at a cost.
Comes at a cost.
Forever.
Yeah. And Fresh always said this, enjoy us while you can.
Yeah. They thought we was capping, man.
Yeah.
They thought it was a joke.
And
I'm just replaying this so that we can get a little context before I move on.
And we made moves on the side knowing that this could potentially
my bad, gang.
happen. And guys, we the channel has been kicked off the YouTube partner program. Just keep it straight with
If you look right now, you can't even super chat or
you can't even super chat right now.
Yep. So this is the beginning of the end of this era.
So guys, it's got to the point
it's the end of an era as we know it.
Now, where even where we shoot the location doesn't want us to stay here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fucking have to say that shit. I really didn't want.
Jesus Christ, bro. I just started the stream.
I wanted to just.
So, as I was saying earlier with the whole demonetization and stuff like that, and we're gonna keep this separate from Myron and Fresh and just the toxic nature of their podcast, of their streams, of the regular things that be going on over there. Okay, I'm gonna keep that part separate, and I'm gonna just stay on the whole being demonetized part, because like I was saying prior to this live getting disconnected, we can relate, okay? Maybe about, dare I say, 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago now, right? Somewhere in the springtime, we had received I had received an email from the YouTube support, and they advised me that the whole channel got demonetized. All right, Catch 22, what up? Okay, so like I said, and like I'll reiterate again for the people who are just popping back into this live, I'm not gonna I don't feel sorry for them for the reasons that they got demonetized because, dude, doing the monkey sound and all that when you're doing, when you're talking about preach, and then they pulled up over at on Rumble over at there with Sneeko and they were doing. I don't even want to do the sign, the German bad guy sign. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to do that sign because YouTube might come for me over here, right? Like I said, we've dealt with demonetization. So here's what happens. Okay. You get that notification. All of your videos moving forward don't have any dollar signs next to them. All right. Renzo Almondo Capando. Yes. People are just popping back into the chat right now, fam. You know what I'm saying? The internet went out for a second, so we're just restarting the live right now. So don't watch nothing. And I don't care if there's only one person in the live. I'm still gonna talk my stuff, bro. Eat away. But yeah. I gotta reopen my damn sound effects too. So okay. You get the notification. It tells you your channel's been demonetized. It's a sinking feeling. Like it's equivalent to like getting punched in the stomach and losing, getting the wind knocked out of you. Okay? Because moving forward, you're still going to upload videos. You still have an audience. You still have, content to push. However, you also know all those videos you're going to be uploading on the Freas. Okay? They're not going to be running any ads that you get paid for. They'll run ads. Okay? YouTube will still run ads on Fresh and Fit videos. Except they're not going to be able to partake in a percentage of the ad revenue that comes in from the YouTube Partner Program. Okay? And they give you a chance to appeal. And in that appeal time, you have to go through your channels. And this is what happened with me. Okay, I can't say that they got the same message, the same notifications. Okay, theirs might be a little bit different. When they hit us over at the We Love Hip Hop Network, they were saying stuff like promotion of violence, drug use, and substance abuse, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So we might not fall under the same type of category that Fresh and Fit fell under. But I'm speaking from my experience. We received the notice. They told us you got a month. They said, okay, you can appeal it. All right. Now, in that appeal time, it takes about a month for them to review the channel, go through all the videos, make sure that you're now following the community guidelines that they want you to follow. Okay? So I'm going to go from my experience. What I had to do is do an autopsy on the channel. All right? And during that time, I kept uploading. This is new information. I've mentioned it here and there. I've said, hey, we've dealt with demonetization before. We've dealt with demonetization issues, but I never was specific. Okay? We've had exactly the same issue that these guys have had, where your whole channel, all 4,000 plus videos, all demonetized. Okay? Now, in that month time, I went through the channel, started going through doing different filter checks to see what's falling under the 18 and over category on our channel. And I found out we had over 150 videos that were put behind the age wall. Okay? And I'm talking about major interviews. Like Smiley's interview was put behind a age wall. Young Lava, Shorty Raw, just random interviews sometimes put behind the age wall. But back in the days, we used to be pointing it down, passing blunts to each other. The whole Youngsterdam used to just have a cloud of smoke over the set while we're doing our podcast. It was a smoky scenario. You know what I'm saying? And there were good times. However, YouTube looks at that and says, hey, yo, you guys are wilding. What is this? Just a 420? You guys just do whatever you want, puff it down podcast. Like, yeah, we still puff it down. We still the world's most smoked out podcast. That's not going away. But we've toned down what you see on camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here all in front of the camera, just blowing my blunt. I'm discreet with them, or I try to be discreet with it, because YouTube has changed over the years. But that's us. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a few stories that might be a little bit too risque. Deleted all of that stuff. I didn't put it behind whatchamacallit. I didn't put it on private. I'm talking about deleted. So now if you go through the channel now, you can't find the Smiley interview, the first Smiley interview on this channel here. It's on the Clips channel. It's on Rumble. But a lot of that stuff, I had to just delete it and just like eat that. Like, oh, how many views are on that one? 50,000? Delete. What's that Young Lava interview? 72,000? Delete. Like, major like episodes and moments. Delete. Had to do it. And then after a month, right, when it was okay, let me rewind a little bit. In a month, you can reapply. You can appeal it. Okay. So what you appeal first, and then they tell you, go fuck yourself. All right. We don't care about your appeal. And then they give you 30 days to clean up your channel and then reapply for the partner program. Okay. That's how it goes. So they give you an appeal option first. You run the appeal and they give you back an answer within 24 hours. And most of the time it's no. Okay. So this is possibly what Fresh and Fit might be going through. Like I said before, it might not be the same circumstances because I ain't over here making monkey noises. Well, I made a few earlier, but I'm not over here being, arsist and running a whole bunch of wild rhetoric. I'm not kicking chicks out of the studio. It's different. You feel me? But we have had our share of risque content, as they say. So, after a month, you can reapply for the partner program. If everything is copacetic on the channel, then they'll let you back in. Okay? So I say all that to say, if Fresh and Fit fall under anywhere in that category where I was just talking about, where this is the rules of your demonetization, you might see them come back in a month and have the super chats up there, whatever incels that, might be even watching the channel. Now they can go donate your $500, here's $500. Thanks, Fresh, or thanks, Fit. Now I can go get girls. I'm going to take the other $500 and go buy one. Right? It's just, incel life. So you never know. It might not be the end. And they also have other options. Okay. He mentioned that they had set themselves up for just in case this can happen. They're aware that their content has been very risque. I got to stop saying risque. You know what I'm saying? And, they knew that this day could possibly come. But when it does happen, I do understand that it hurts. But him crying over the, I feel better saving you guys than saving like children who are in actual, distress and going through trauma. You're an idiot, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is why when these guys have broke the news about them being demonetized, people jumped in the comments like, ha ha. Nobody felt sorry for them, right? Only my dumb ass is like trying to like rationalize for her, like, hey, Myron, the goofy idiot Myron, like, he should feel this way because, but I'm only, relating it off of our own struggles over here at the We Love Hip Hop Network. Okay. All I can say is, like, if you can see in the comments here that I'm pulling up in the background, like, there's no sympathy in these comments here. There's nobody like, oh, no, Where am I going to donate my money to? Right? Well, Real Toronto News, they're kind of cried. Maybe they like them. Right? Shorty right here says, thank God. Miss got what you need. KGYYZ says, bye. Right? Mr. underscore 366, that's my guy, said these two need to code blue victims. Need to be code blue victims. Jail talks. Right. What is this here? I won't even read the name. Isn't this the podcast that frequently disrespects black women? Womp womp. It's like nobody's like, no. But why? They're just like, who cares? Fuck them. Right? Now, this is different than being censored also. Okay, let's keep that in mind. This is not the same as they're censoring us. The Matrix. Oh my God, the Matrix. Where's my sound effects? That damn Matrix. You know, trying to stop you guys from really saving lives. Sorry, fam. If, you know, and I'm sure there is a Matrix. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I understand that there are powers that be behind the scenes, that be acted murky out here. Okay? But I don't think the Matrix got time for you guys, fam. I understand that they're pretty powerful. A lot of people watch their podcast. I'm clear on that. Okay? But I don't think that there's some concerted effort out there like, wow, we got to stop those fresh and fit guys. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm naive. But I just feel like the Illuminatis, the Matrixes of the world and all that type of good stuff, they have better places to allocate their resources than, well, we got to stop those guys that keep on kicking girls off their podcast. Like, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? YouTube has rules and they basically didn't follow them. That simple. Dusty Wallace in the building. Yo-wee. Yeah, yo, Dusty, I didn't black out, fam. You know what I'm saying? I didn't black out. I went kind of cold blue, but I didn't black out. Entertainment says YT is a private company. Yeah. It's not. And in the end of the day, when people are like, yo, you guys are muting my freedom of speech. To who? You can go in the street and say anything you want. Go yell it from the rooftops. But you can't go on these people's website and just say whatever you want. Okay? It's not, you don't have a stake in YouTube. You don't own shares in YouTube. Well, maybe you do, but don't make no difference. You can't make no decisions around here. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Dusty said, don't black out, you coolin'. You might have to go back to the first video that's already up. I had to go spin the op block quick fast. Oh, something's wrong with me. But yeah, as far as one of these guys, like, you know, like I broke down to y'all before, you never know, in the next month or so, maybe the next 30 days, let's say, they might start, you might start seeing super chats back up on their page. They're well and dandy. But losing that, bro, like losing like that, you know, for each video, these guys drop a video that's about, let's say, 3 hours long. If it's monetized, they're probably making thousands off of each video. All right? Trust me. So when you see Myron crying, not for the kids, he's crying because of the money. He's not crying because of no damn kids. He's crying because of the money. Right? He's not crying because of his fans that he can't, you know, He can still save them. You're just not saving them for the same amount of money, bro. Okay? You can still save the red pill guys, the guys who are in their homes, who got Cheetos all over their shirt, who haven't touched a gal in months, years, ever. You can still save them. It's fine. You're just not going to be able to save them off of YouTube's bank. Yeah, Road to Success is 100K a month in super chats alone. Facts. Yo, those guys work bathing in them in the super chats. And that's not even the monetization of the video itself. They probably could make a few grand off of each video, plus the super chats that come in. Holy. God damn. It's like, that's why I said, you get that email, it's like, not just a punch in the gut, but one where the hook comes up into your gut. Oh, right into your solar plexus. You're like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. That's what it feels like. I felt like, oh, Myron's probably like, I can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? He just seen hundreds of thousands a month, maybe millions, go to zero. Bro, that might make me go outside and just start letting out the ting, bro. Like, what the hell, man? I'm there pulling out my headphones and whatnot. Just imagine, okay? And last thing on this. Just imagine you look into the bank account every month, and besides what they got to allocate to pay for staff and those different things like that, you look inside of the bank account every month and it says something like, let's put a number on it, 150K, let's say even 175K per month, right? Maybe about 2 million a year, but per month, that transfer comes in somewhere around the 21st, 22nd, ping, 150K, right? And now you know moving forward that 150K is not going to turn into 50K. That's still all right. It's turning to zero. At least from that source of income. That's zero now. So every video that you see, maybe if you see, moving forward on Fresh and Fit's channel, just know they're saving your life for free now, at least on YouTube. Yeah. That's a super ego check. Yo, fam, that should make somebody jump up. Listen, I'm not even going to say all that on YouTube, but it make you want to do some self-deleting. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say. Holy. Anyhow. Quick fast, I wanted to just give you guys a heads up here. Because I seen that Top 5 was sorta, kinda activated yesterday. All right. I don't know if that was complete activation. It was a kind of a weird activation. Oh, did you see this? Before I get to that. Let's do it to 6 sounds.
That's a smash for sure, yeah.
Oh.
I like the outfit and he's pretty handsome, yeah.
My name is Mula First, and when I hold on. My name is Mula First, and when I die, they're gonna study my bones.
You're gonna study my bones.
No.
All right, next one's Mula First.
Oh, he's handsome. Smash.
Smash? Okay. Smiley.
Pass.
Pass? Why'd you pass him?
He's not. His face. Something is off.
Yeah, so this is via Mula First's Instagram page also. Like, I guess he had one of his team go on the street and do a smash and pass. Either that or this guy did it on his own and, you know, Mula First reposted it on his channel. Either way, funny stuff. Let's go this here. 6 Sounds Entertainment. Let's see what they're saying here on 6 Sounds. Here it is. So, Top 5 jumps out and I don't know. I don't know how they be using the phones over there in the Bing, but he says he's aged. Okay, now I'm gonna move that because hey, guidelines. I'm not trying to get fresh and fitted out here. And then his girl or ex-girl, I don't know, she responded. Salute Baby Shay. I actually just posted her on the We Love Hip Hop page. She responded. So I'm here to tell y'all he was hacked. Okay? The boy Pedro is you know, I get a little behind the scenes here and there. 1 second, let me make sure that I put a nice dummy behind me. I get a little behind the scenes here and there. Rick, man, let me get this word out the way. Get a little, what do you call that? Insight. And he said he was hacked. And I believe him. Is this off screen? 1 second, gang. I need to get this word off screen. I don't want the words horny on the screen. Maybe a part of it, but there we go. There we go. Yeah, he said he was hacked, gang. All right. I don't know how these things keep on happening with like artists. Like there's some serious internet hackers out there. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just out there targeting artists all the time. Like, hey, how do these internet hackers just know what artists to target? But I'm telling you directly, the man told me, nah, fam, they hacked me, bro. They hacked me Friday. So, you know, he's, not to say like, I don't know, pause. I don't know what his, I don't know, what do you not call that mental condition? Is that, yeah, the mental, part of his mental condition, like when you're aged, right? Or his emotional condition? I don't know what category to put that under, okay, gang? I'm sorry. But as far as how he feels, I can't say for sure. Okay, I don't want to comment on that part, whether he actually is or not. But he said he's hacked. I know when you're in there, there's no girls except for the guards, so you can be aged. Right? You see the guardies, a 5 starts looking like a 9. You know what I'm saying? You're like looking at the whatever curves that the guardie has in her uniform. You're like, wow, look at that shape that you have behind the vest, behind that stab-proof vest. She's looking fine. The way her hair is pulled back today in that ponytail, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm telling you guys too much. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to just get one off in the detention. Okay? It's one thing if you're like in the pen, and even that's hard, pause, to get one off, right? One being a nut. Right? Like, there's people around, fam. What do you? Yo, you got a celly. What are you in there? Under the covers with the damn, you know, with your celly on the bunk underneath you or on the bunk on top, you're like, sorry. But you're just like, how did you do it back in the days? Doing this? Huh? There's people around, fam. It's not that easy to get that off. Okay? So you might, you know, it might end up getting a little bit pent up. I'm just saying. It's not that easy to just, oh, well, shit. Let Pamela Henderson handle the business. No. Pamela Henderson's got to stay low. Yo, it's haram. That too. You know what I'm saying? Niggas look at you crazy. What were you doing in there last night? What was all that noise? Nothing. Right? Come on, fam. Allow him. Even if, listen, he said it's hack. It's a hack. Okay, we're going with it's a hack. But if it wasn't, allow him. Jesus Christ. Nigga been gone for a minute, fam. You're going to get aged. But suit to top 5, man. I'm not going to spend 20 minutes talking about man being aged. You know what I'm saying? One thing also I want to cover here, quick fast, on the Toronto scene, because I want to stay in Toronto for a second. I know I've been trying to like veer away from some of these Toronto topics and, you know, broaden our horizons and go around. But sometimes we got to just stay in Toronto, you know, get into the pasa pasa. But somebody who doesn't like to be in the pasa pasa at all is the boy 3M French. He's not with it, okay? I rarely do stories on... He doesn't really have much stories to cover, you know what I'm saying? The last time I talked about 3M French was when he was beating his case. Straight up. Other than that, have nothing to report. You know what I'm saying? He stays on the low. He stays out of the mix-up. So, you know, for him to have like an issue with a blog page... I feel that, and I mess with all the blogs out here, okay? But for him to have an issue with any blog pages, and the one that he has an issue with right now is the war in the 6. I'll just say this, he might be a little bit warranted because he stays out of trouble. He doesn't want to be reported on. Like, I think he's very clear on that. He might have even said that, like, just don't report on me, gang. All right, so he had this to say. He said, the war in the 6 is the biggest goof blog page in the city. Why did they block goof? Is goof a bad word? I know it's a bad word for us, but the word goof technically is not a curse word. Anyhow, the war in the 6 is the biggest goof blog page in the city. I got this kid bent. Who is this kid picture? Send it to me. Send it to my DM. I got 500 for whoever has this picture or who knows him. Wait a minute. F it. I got 1,500 e-transfer right now. Holy. The man put 1,500 on his head top. Said, bring his picture to me. And this is not the first time that he's said something about the war in the 6. I don't know what those guys have been posting to really pee off the boy French. Let me go over there and investigate a little quick fast. The war in the 6. There's no post over here. I know why too. What? Oh, what a blood clot. 3M French, aka Bill Cosby, speaks. Yo, fam, you need to chill. Don't call the man that, bro. This is gonna get sticky. And then this is him saying something, I guess, to War in the 6 from before. You Toronto rappers need to shut the F up. Y'all ain't ish. Don't do ish. Ain't what y'all rap about. I'm tired of these internet gangsters. No one takes y'all seriously. I hope y'all know for real. Just live your life who y'all fooling. Okay, that has nothing to do with War in the 6. But why is he calling him Bill Cosby? It's like, and with all due respect to both parties, don't ask for the smoke from these guys if you're not ready for what's going to come with the smoke, because we're not talking about no light guys when we're talking about the 3M guys. You know what I'm saying? And 3M French, he's not playing these kind of games. So I'm just very surprised that War in the 6 is talking so spicy. Holy. And just to give y'all some context also, you see he's got like 32,000 followers over here, no post on the page. I think part of the reason that there's no post on the page is because of the fact that those guys had some legal issues. Okay, they were one of the 4 blogs that were arrested in the whole court cases, intimidating witnesses case, all that type of stuff that was going on last year, I think, or a year and a half ago. He was one of his page was one of the pages that was implicated in that. All that stuff is over for the most part for those guys, but that's why you're not seeing any posts on his page. I think, okay, I might be wrong, but yeah. What do y'all think about this, gang? Like, how did it start where like a rapper is just directly going, not at all the blogs, because there's one thing I've heard rappers say, all you blogs, ray-tay-tay. But one specific blog to be like, you know what? I don't like you guys, man. Run up. Is there something behind the scenes that we don't know that like these guys might have done, like to violate 3M French and the gang? Like, nah, fam, like that's a violation. You can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's on their head top right now, fam. 1,500? Holy. It even goes back to what I was saying before. And as far as like Warren the Six talking spicy to 3M French. You see me here, I'm reporting on the story, but you can see my face. So if 3M French has a problem with it, he's going to DM me directly. He knows what I look like, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, and I'm not scared or anything like that. I'm just respectful, period. But knowing that these guys don't like to have news stories done on them and their personal stuff that's going on behind the scenes, I'm very respectful of that for the ones who've been vocal about it. And 3M French, I feel like I heard this before, has been vocal about, fam, anything that I got going on behind the scenes, you blogs need to shut up, man. Leave that to behind the scenes. Okay? And with that being said, you don't hear us talking about French, about any of what the legal issues that he had, or, we just wait for music. You feel me? And like I said, he beat a case. Hey, let's report it. Good news. More music on the way because he beat that case. But if you ain't, if these guys have specific, instructions on the way they want to be portrayed in the media, and that can't be respected, and this is just me from the outside giving my opinion, then maybe he might have a reason to be mad at Warren the Six. Okay? I don't know what's going on the other side. If maybe he's had some, done some bad business with them for them to be responding with spice. But in this situation, I feel they might need to stand down on this, bro. Like, fam, like, we apologize. Whatever it is that, got you and the team mad, like, we apologize. Because in the end of the day, you're going to need a 3M French or any of these Toronto rappers who all have relationships. A lot of them have relationships with each other. You know what I'm saying? So you start getting put on the blacklist of one, it starts, it has a trickle effect where other rappers are like, nah, I'm not messing with you neither. Like, I seen what you said about French. You feel me? So I don't know. I'm just putting that out there as a precautionary tale. Be easy, Warren the Six. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't want to be reported on, then don't report on them. Leave it alone. Trust me. Yeah, and listen, it all goes back into my whole title again. Okay? Is the title still the same? Because, boy, that internet issue before had me pissed. Toronto rap is at an all-time low. Okay? I seen somebody, it might have been Down to Earth Podcast Network, salute to them, who had said in the comments like, oh, it was underneath a Mula First video or something like that, or Mula versus Lava or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But like the comment was, why don't you talk about the music? Who cares about all that other stuff? Yeah, I hear you. But when it comes to talking about music, that is short because the music comes out so quickly that like what we're getting to review and give our, whether we think it's hot, whether we think the beat, I don't know if people care about those breakdowns anymore. The hip hop game is not really where it used to be. Okay? Definitely it's making more money than it did back in the 90s. Early 2000s when Napster and all those different things started just ravishing the music industry, period. We found our footing. Okay? Let me get this out of the background here. Let me find something better to represent what I'm talking about. Her. Actually, what I'll do is play you a part of a video from the boy Hello Yassine, or Yassine. All right, big salute to Hello Yassine. I watch his videos over here on YouTube a lot, and he has a lot of great points a lot of times when he's doing these breakdowns. And he did a breakdown recently. Just give me a quick second here. He said, why hip hop is dead right now. Okay. So I'm going to pull it up here. I just ran it through my history here so I can see it here. And I'll run some of it. I'm not going to run the whole thing because obviously copyrights.
What's poppin', y'all? Has anyone else felt within the past, I would say 4 months, if not up to 8-9 months, it feels like hip hop has kind of been dead. And I think we're at a point where people really aren't caring as much as they used to. I sent out a couple of tweets where I said the following.
Salute to Hello Yassine.
It feels like nobody cares about music like they did in 2018. And when I say music, I'm pretty much exclusively referring to hip hop. Even if an album is amazing, sells well, everything, it has a span of maybe 10 days. It feels like the level of excitement surrounding hip hop has
Hold on a second and make sure our levels are good on this.
deflated. And then I followed it up by saying Trippie Redd posts a huge announcement of him apologizing to his girlfriend for cheating in the lead up to his album dropping. He drops the album, and I haven't seen a single person talk about it on the timeline. And then someone replied and said, but what was the last album that was amazing and sold well? And I said, Utopia was an amazing follow-up to Astroworld. Great rollout, great music, great performance and concept behind it, bringing Ye out. Everything was picture perfect. But how many people are still talking about Utopia right now?
Facts. Okay. I'm going to stop there for a quick second because we do cover the Toronto scene. And the Toronto scene is, for lack of a better term, a shadow of what we can get in the United States, with the exception of Drake and Tory Lanez, obviously. Okay. And The Weeknd. Right? But we have 3 to, I don't know how many hundreds of rappers that are out there in the States who are making millions of dollars. Okay, not thousandaires, I'm talking about millionaires. Sorry, gang. So when you compare the two, obviously the place to be is the United States, and we try to reach to that level. But even these guys are not doing as well as once upon a time we used to think they did. Okay, so just to give a quick, bring home the example here, a man like Travis Scott, who is in the upper echelon of the rap game, even his lifespan of an album just goes like this. 1 week, maybe 2 weeks tops. And then we move on to, what did Kim do? Or what happened with, I don't know, Lil Tay.
And that wasn't even, 2 weeks ago? And people are just already kind of on to the next thing. And the reason why I brought Trippie Redd up, this was before I even saw the projections for Trippie Redd's sales, which is 20-something K? I don't know if it's 28K. It's 20-something K. This is a Love Letter to You 5. This is his staple series that's supposed to be selling the most, as opposed to if it had a different title or a different album title. And it's not doing hot. So what's going on within hip hop? I don't think that's the complete answer. I'm going to give a bunch of different takes that I have. Questions.
Let's go for it a bit.
Find that information. What video did you watch? And then bootleg. Hip hop is dying. I feel like people don't care, and this is also a good thing.
Okay, let me go back a bit. 1 second, right here.
I can't wait for the next ESTG interview. I have a lot of stuff to cover. So let's first knock out the hip hop is dead thing or hip hop is dying. I feel like people don't care. And this is also a good thing, which is why I want you guys to kind of watch till the end, because I'm not saying this as a bad thing entirely, although it is kind of a bit heartbreaking to see. What community is there? What hub is there? What groups are there right now that are popping, buzzing? Ice Spice is the hottest and most popular thing.
We love hip hop.
The freshest thing.
From fine to
1
coarse,
second. Ad.
with Windsor salt.
I promise I'm gonna get premium. 2 ads. Jeez, that's how you're living right now, Yassine?
Thing to come out in the past year, and her music is lackluster. I mean, she's not great, and that just goes to show you that's the best we've had in a year. So clearly, it's not looking.
Is that facts, gang? The most poppin' rapper right now, as far as 2023, that we can say on record, okay, this is the hottest in the game right now, is Ice Spice. True or false? Let me put this Let me put this in here. Is Ice Spice? Thought I was feeling you. The hottest. And I'm not gonna say female rapper. I'm just gonna say rapper. Okay? Rapper right now. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Naka. Pow. Okay? Let's continue.
To Ice Spice and Sexy Red. That's what we've got.
And Sexy Red.
Many male rappers. Well, BLP Kosher is one. He's hard, but he's not even really mainstream like Sexy Red and Ice Spice are. He's not getting the looks that they're getting yet. So 2 female rappers are number 1 right now, or the hottest that have come out in the past year, and they're both who they are, not great. And that doesn't mean that hip hop is dead just because of that, but it's the level of excitement. Think about it. When was the last time you got excited for an album? And I'm not judging by numbers at all. People are saying, oh, there hasn't been a number 1 song yet from a hip hop artist or a hip hop song. I don't necessarily make this video out of a judgment of analytics, which is somewhat out of the norm considering I like to use numbers a lot and I do think they tell the story. But for this, it's more of a vibes thing, right? Or like a feels thing. And I want to get a gauge of what everyone else is feeling. And then we can extrapolate on.
So just to stop right there, right? He's breaking down, is hip hop, are people feeling a vibe? Are not, are the numbers killing it? But like, are people excited about hip hop, period? You know what I'm saying? Are people like, yo, like what albums, if I can ask you guys in the comments, Comment Gang Strong, what albums are you guys looking forward to right now? Is there a specific album that you're like, yo, I can't wait till so-and-so drops? And for the ones who are older in the audience, I'm talking about from a new rapper, okay? There's still people who are like still doing their thing, still flourishing in the game right now, right? But I'm talking about like a Nas or somebody like that, that you guys, when we're talking about those things. I'm talking about a new rapper. Okay, is there somebody who you're like, yo, I can't wait to hear the new so-and-so album? Not single, album. Okay? Now, I'm talking to the older heads here. Okay, I'm not talking about this new stuff from your old favorite rapper, a new rapper. Comment Gang Strong. Is anybody excited about somebody new? Peace Love said Afro Beach taking over. Fact. Let's put that on the Pinterest board right now. Okay. Oh, there's a board right here. Right on the Pinterest board. Okay. We'll get back to that.
The state of hip hop. It's either I'm not paying attention as much or people.
1 second, gang. Buffer.
don't care as much. And I'm more inclined to think it's the latter because Trippie
Bumbleclot.
Red's album, what was the last album you thought, yo, I have to listen to that? And it's kind of like what I talked about.
Just give me a second, gang. Holy crow. Holy crow. Let's give it a refresh. Now they're going to give me an ad. Jesus Christ. I want to say I hate YouTube sometimes, but it's just because I don't got premium. It's my own fault.
Has anyone else felt within the past?
Okay, let's go back to right here. Holy. Give it a second, gang. And let me see what y'all are saying in the comment, gang, here.
Some people are saying it sucks, but like, yo, come on. That was one of the biggest things to happen this year.
Let's go back a bit. Right here. And what some of y'all are saying are making some great points over here in the comment, gang. Right? Peace Love had said that Afrobeats is taking over.
He's hard, but he's not even really main.
DJ, hold on. DJ Sarb says too much music coming out, hard to keep up. That's also a fact.
Like Sexy Red and Ice Spice are. He's not getting the looks that.
And apparently this guy is supposed to have some kind of wave going on too. I don't know who this guy is, but it seems to like him. Calm the frick on, man. YouTube's playing games with me today.
They're getting yet. So 2 female rappers are number 1, right?
One second. I'm going to run this off of my Firefox. Maybe that's my issue. I'm going to run this off of Firefox. Maybe this will run a little bit faster over there or smoother over on Firefox. One second, gang. Let's move this over somewhere else.
Now are the hottest that have come out in the past year.
Because this is doing some effery. Let's move this over, gang. One second. Let me switch the screens over. Un momento. Let's switch to Firefox. Can't let you guys see the back end of my YouTube. One second. Oh, there's one thing I also didn't cover earlier in the first piece of this live in my quote unquote little rant, right? Or just, talking about the whole icy thing. I forgot to cover the part with, what's his name? With Billy Burns. Go check out the clip that I put out right now on the YouTube channel. That I reintroduced the Billy Burns clip from the interview that we did with Billy Burns last year. Because I feel like some people forgot that he actually finally gave his final breakdown on what happened over there at Dundas Square. So go check that out. I just want to remind you guys of that.
Like Sexy Red and Ice Spice are. He's not getting the looks that they're getting yet. So 2 female rappers are number 1 right now, or the hottest that have come out in the past year.
I had to run this off of Firefox.
They're both who they are, not great. And that doesn't mean that hip hop is dead just because of that, but it's the level of excitement. Think about it. When was the last time you got excited for an album? And I'm not judging by numbers at all. People are saying, oh, there hasn't been a number 1 song yet from a hip hop artist or a hip hop song. I don't necessarily make this video out of a judgment of analytics, which is somewhat out of the
way
norm,
better,
considering I like to use numbers a lot and I do think they tell the story. But for this, it's more of a vibes thing, right? Or like a feels thing. And I want to get a gauge of what everyone else is feeling.
And I got a poll that's running right now, and I'll probably change it. I'm asking in the poll, is Ice Spice the hottest rapper right now? 21% says no, yes, and 80% says no. Wow. Okay. Let's change this. let's change this question a little bit. Are females, let's see here. Are females running the rap game now? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And let's put that out there. Boom. Spelling's correct. Are females running the rap game now? Okay. Comment gang strong.
And then we can extrapolate on the state of hip hop. It's either I'm not paying attention as much or people don't care as much. And I'm more inclined to think it's the latter, because Trippie Redd's album, what was the last album you thought, yo, I have to listen to that? And it's kind of like what I talked about with Travis Scott's Utopia. That lasted 2 weeks and it was a great album. Like, some people are saying it sucks, but like, yo, come on. That was one of the biggest things to happen this year.
I thought the Utopia album was fire. Okay, but not fire enough where I'm still listening to it. I'm back to listening to books and podcasts and whatever else I listen to in the car.
What other album is huge that will last for a while? It doesn't feel like hip hop is a thing. It just feels fractured. So a bunch of different artists all doing their own thing. For example, like ESTG. This guy's walking out of an interview. This guy's lost the plot. Who cares about ESTG? Like, the guy makes some good music. But if I turn on ESTG's new album, when he wants to talk about music, right? This is the argument that people say, yo, these artists, they come on there to talk about music. People don't care to hear you talk about the music for the most part. If they wanted to hear you talk about the music, they listen to the music. They want to hear.
He's spitting, yo. He's spitting. Pay attention.
They want to hear you. Who are you as a person? Who are you as a character? What are your experiences like? What has your life been like? They want to know what's behind the music. How is someone going to talk to you for an hour? How is Bootleg Kev going to talk to ESTG for an hour?
We love hip hop.
You say, oh, hey, on track 3, that sounds exactly like track 2, which sounds exactly like track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on your last project, which sounds the same thing as the project before that. Yeah, that one, when you talk about selling Fent, which you did on the past 3 projects as well, in every single song, is that something that you actually did? And now
right?
He's gonna say, oh, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you police? So you can't even ask questions about the lyrics of the music, because the lyrical content of the music is him talking about crimes in this particular case.
He's spitting.
Can't talk about the lyrics. What are you gonna say? Hey man, where'd you get your beats? Was that honorable C note on that beat? Yeah, that was cool. How'd you put that together? I'm not watching that. Are you watching that? That interview is gonna get 10,000 views. No one cares to watch that. So he's trying to make things interesting.
Even less, bro. Come to Canada.
Even putting ESTG in a spot where he's putting out information that's, number 1, not real, or number 2, embarrassing. People think it's cool that he used to play football.
All right, let's go for it. He's making some great points.
In this video. Yeah, so it's just this guy who's mid in popularity as an artist. Like, if someone says, yo, who are the... Yeah, so it's... His music is more interesting than him, which is a better place to be than a Coil Ray, for instance, who does have a smash hit, a bigger hit than ESTG has ever had. So we're not going to knock Coil Ray in this video. Yeah, so it's just this guy who's mid in popularity as an artist. Like, if someone says, yo, who are the top 25 artists in hip-hop right now? Nobody's naming ESTG. Not a single person. Yet.
So, and this is more than just a point on ESTG, because we already spoke about him walking out the interview, but the points do still remain, okay? As far as people not being as interested in the music itself, they're more interested in the stories around these guys. It has helped the blog era completely explode, okay? The interview era, the bloggers, the interviewees, the podcasters have literally ascended past rappers. A man like Academics, salute to him, is richer than most of the rappers in the game. Okay, there's only the other upper echelon of rappers that make more money than a blogger like Academics, or somebody like Aiden Ross, or somebody like Speed. Right? These guys are getting big bags. Gideon. They're getting big bags to talk, to crack jokes, to react to stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point. Kai Cenat shutting down Road to Success. Kai Cenat shutting down Times Square, like not just shutting it down like a little bit, like crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of fandom that a content creator has now in comparison to a rapper. And we don't get on the charts. We're not on Billboard. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these points that the homie's making in this video are very, very valid points. The rap story is more interesting than the rap game now. If you really, really want to be real about it. Okay? Over here in Canada, over here in Toronto specifically, our blog pages, most of them have more followers than the rappers. Only certain rappers have, you know, a way bigger, tens of thousands more followers than the average blog page. But Real Toronto News, they got a lot of followers. You know what I'm saying? Keep Six Solid, they got a lot. Six Buzz, ain't no rappers got more followers than Six Buzz. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go by who's getting more motion out here, who's got more followers and all those other antiquated metrics that people try to use to say what's hot. These guys have almost 500,000, more than half, actually almost 500,000 followers. That's like about what Top 5 has. You know what I'm saying? It hit different now. The rap game ain't the rap game. The rap game is more the content game than the music guys who are in here doing music. And even some of those guys are switching over and making content. I used to be a rapper. Catch me on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Dusty Wallace, Scary Potter, still active as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? What's that West Coast guy there? Vince Staple. He's got a podcast. Nori, Joe Button. What are we talking about here? It's almost harder to be a content creator than it is to be a rapper. Somewhere along the way, even when it comes to this whole hip hop game, the saturation got crazy. And when I mean crazy, I mean crazy. Okay? As soon as we were able to start just, hey, I could just use my GarageBand. I could use GarageBand on my phone and make a song, and it doesn't matter even if it's not mixed. Upload that bitch. Who cares about mastering? You hear that? It's a hit. And then that trend started, and people started complaining, oh, you guys are saturating the game. There's too much music coming out. Yeah. And here we are. Right? I'm very, very adamant about there is no gatekeepers in this game. Okay? There's no gate around the internet. You know what I'm saying? However, there might need to be.
I would say this, a lot of people say, well, I have a criminal record.
There might need to be. You might need to put a gate around this shit like they used to have before, where people used to have to shop their demo and then get into the record company or maybe bump into a rapper who might have a link to get you into the record company, and then finally now we get to hear your music. Okay? And if it's trash, then then that's on the record company. They release that trash. But you get to release it yourself. Then you start getting an oversaturation of trash. And there's only so much sifting through the trash that we as fans can do before we start saying, you know what, I'm going to just go listen to Afrobeats. They seem to put a little bit more care into the food. You know what I mean? If you want to compare music to the food. Like it seems it takes a little bit longer to cook it up in the kitchen. Nah, hibbity. Oh, I don't even write my shit. Maybe you should start. Because all this trash, all of this microwave garbage that has come out over the last, I don't know, I would say 10 to 15 years has got us to where we are now, where nobody even cares about hip hop because you, the artist, don't care about it either. So why should an audience member care when you drop an album that has 40 songs on it and then forward back again with another one? Or you don't even drop an album. You just keep on dropping singles. I don't know about dropping no album. You know what I mean? I'm not enough on an album artist. I'm not even an artist. So then why are you here? Huh? If you're not even an artist, what are you here? Why are you even in my studio doing an interview? That's the problem. There's too much of that shit. There's too much of the, oh, I'm too cool. You know what I'm saying? The ESTGs of the world who are like, yo, don't ask me about nothing else. Ask me about my music. Well, bro, your music is repetitive. So I can't ask you about the same shit that you rapped about, like Yassine said, in the last 20 songs and the last 20 albums. You know what I'm saying? And I started seeing this. From time, like, when people stopped making albums even and they were like, oh, I'm just dropping my single. You're just trying a thing. You're not really a rapper. You just have the ability to upload like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? If my auntie can figure out the computer, she can upload and be a rapper too. So if it's that easy and nobody's putting any care into it, why should we? Okay, if we really, really, really want to be real about it, about how good the music is, the quality of what we're listening to. You know what I'm saying? Why should that trash chart when you guys took 2 seconds to put it together in the studio? You know what I'm saying? You didn't even contribute to the making of the beat. Right? You didn't even give any input to the producer. Like, yo, that's a hot beat that you made for me. But hey, can you add this on it when I rap or whatever. You just went, you vomited out whatever trash that you had in your brain that you didn't write down. And then you let the producer do the rest of the work. You let him put auto-tune as much as he can on your stuff so people can't hear your real voice. And then you let him push your verse into the pocket a little bit because when you went in there, you did it sloppy, but you're too cool to do another take. No, fam, that's how it's supposed to sound. No, it's not. Go do it again and write it down. You know what I'm saying? So now, when we have to be subjected to all this trash, and us, the content creators, the winners out here, the ones who are winning out here, talk to you and you tell us that you put no effort into it, why should we buy it? Make that make sense. You literally told us, I don't rap like that. I didn't even really, I made 30 of those last night. I didn't even write it. And then you told us to go buy it? So you're telling us you didn't even put no time into the work, but yo, you niggas is hating, you're not listening to my music. Well, because you just told us you don't care about making music. You told us you put no effort into making it when you went to the studio. Come to my studio and lie to me. Say you spent hours on that song and you really care about it. So that your audience members will be like, oh, these guys care about the music just as much as the country guys that when you hear their stuff, no matter if you like them or not, you can hear the chord progression in it. You know what I'm saying? You can hear, oh, let's get some background singers in there. Let's layer this vocal right here and then add a little bit more effects on it. That's cooking. They're really working on that music before you get to hear it. Not dibbity, 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 cut it, drop it. Nah, fam, bring it back again. Work on that again. Maybe sit on that song for a week, listen to it a little bit, and be like, you know what? I can maybe change this lyric here. Maybe I could be a little bit more in the pocket here. I don't need to hear it yet, fam, because it's not hot. And I'm speaking for a lot of music. I'm not speaking specifically to anybody. I'm speaking for a huge net of music, and there's only a small percentage that have quality out here. Okay? If I dare to say, maybe 50 15% of the music that comes out of this city is actually good with quality. The other 85% is utter trash. And that goes for down south too. So don't clip me saying, oh, Toronto music's only trash. Down south music is trash too. Okay? We shouldn't be looking to Coil Ray for our hits, with all due respect to her. You know what I'm saying? That's not the bar. So don't be mad if hip hop is not charting number one. It doesn't deserve to at this point. It's not the same. And I'm not going to get some old head on the porch action like, no, it's not the same as back in the days. But it's not. The trash from back in the days didn't get to go to the top. Only the good shit. And those are the people who were awarded Grammys and all that other stuff that doesn't even matter in the end of the day. But they were actually the ones who were putting a lot of effort into it, spending a lot of money on their production. You know, I need to get Pharrell on this because Pharrell is going to give me a hot beat, and then I'm going to get a Timbo beat over here instead of just your homie who just makes a whole bunch of beats that sound the same. That's what we're dealing with now. Or niggas who I started producing and rapping too and all that, and then I put it together in GarageBand, and here you have it. No, go to the studio and record it, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. Get it out of here. So hip hop does not deserve to have a number one spot. No matter how much I love hip hop, the goddamn network is called We Love Hip Hop. But I might need to change it to We Love something else because hip hop is starting to sound like a radioactive word. Hip hop is not the word of the winners anymore. We love content. Just Juicy Hammer says, we love Afro beats, right? You start seeing me out here in dashikis and whatnot, like, fuck this. Fuck this rap stuff. I'm off this. Trust me. Like, with all due respect, I'm not listening to rap like that. I'm listening to podcasts and books because I'm not excited for the new Sexy Red song. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like, fam, the last album that I got excited for, and I'm in my 40s, I'm in my late 40s. So the last thing I got semi-excited for, besides, hearing the new Travis Scott album, which, like Yassine said, lasted about 2 weeks, was the Nas album. Nas is 50. So I want to be excited about a new rapper. You know what I'm saying? Not, just know about them. They're on the radar. Yeah, their songs are good it's good for now. No, I mean, I need good forever. I don't want to hear, it's good for the times. It's acceptable. You know what I'm saying? We've put ourselves in a complacent place in hip hop where the level of lyricism has gotten so garbage that now we just accept the stuff that comes out. It's good enough. We've trained our brain to just be like, it's good enough. You know what I'm saying? And then we take what's good, we say good enough and call it hot. You know what I'm saying? We've trained ourselves to call hot, but what we really mean is it's good enough. You feel me? Because once upon a time, hot was like, yo, did you hear the way that he spit that? Did you hear, oh my God, did you hear that beat? That's the craziest beat I ever heard. And in the way that he killed it, oh my gosh. And the singer on that, oh my God. We're not getting that anymore. We're getting, he's good for these times. And then we keep on saying it over and over again until we're just like, yo, it's hot. Nah, fam, it's not hot, fam. It's just acceptable. You did the rap thing, right? You completed a rap song, but you didn't make a good one. You just completed a rap song that sounds like what's going on now. Good job. But did you make a good song? Did you create a classic? Did you create something that's going to be timeless? No, you just completed making rap music. There's a big difference. Trust me. This is why Drake has been running the shit for the last, almost 15 years? Because nobody's making good music enough to be like, okay, this is what our replacement's going to be. From the time these guys started back in 2010, 2000 and whatever, the creation of music has denigrated so much that you can't have somebody replace a Drake or somebody from a Kendrick or a Cole, because those guys are from the age where people put time into their music. And none of you niggas do. So how could you replace those guys? It takes Kendrick 5 years to drop an album because he's working on it. He's taking his time. He's putting in work to make sure everything is fine-tuned before you hear it. Right? Juicy Hamburger, you know what I mean? Rightfully said, I'm going off. Rightfully says fast food music. How could fast food music compete with niggas who are making gourmet? That's fucking insult. Don't even put them in the same category. You made your song in 10 seconds. These guys made the song and they've been sitting on it for months. Trust me, I know. If these niggas are sitting on their songs for months, that gives them mad time to fine tune it, change this, change that, e. You know, they start listening to it over and over again because it's a creation. You niggas who just made the song and put it out tomorrow, you're garbage. It's not the same category. We're not talking about the same type of music. So, last thing I'll say on this is why you're seeing a whole bunch of other people are making videos on the hip hop game dying. You know what I'm saying? I made this, the title of this video, Toronto rap is at an all-time low. But I'm not just talking about Toronto rap. I'm just talking about rap, period. We're just here in Toronto, so I got to bring you in with a little bit of the clickbait. But I'm still talking about Toronto too. Because if the rap game is dying in a hole, the niggas who make millions of dollars, okay? The niggas who make real money off of rap in the States, if they're not winning as people really thought they were, it's all smoke and mirrors. And some of your favorite rappers, a G Herbo and all these niggas is really broke, okay? Then what is the Toronto rappers doing then? Take that in, put that into perspective. Anyhow, let's see the poll here. Y'all could tell me in the comment, gang. I won't even say it. Y'all could tell me. As far as our female rappers or our females running the rap game, 21 votes, 52% says yes, and 48% says no. So very close on that one right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I went on rant mode. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop is something I'm actually passionate about. You know what I mean? But like, you know, it's kind of tough when you run a hip hop platform and you love the music and you love the culture, but you're not seeing it ascending at the levels as it used to. You know what I mean? I've been in hip hop long enough that I've seen it grow. Now I've seen it peak and I'm now watching it decline. All right? It doesn't mean that it's over. Okay? But these country niggas is kicking your back in right now, fam. You know what I'm saying? Taylor Swift is knocking you off the block right now. Spinning twice like they ain't know where to park. You know what I'm saying? Just pop music in your head off. Like, Jesus Christ. Bad Bunny, Burner Boy, WizKid, all. What? The Afrobeat niggas are killing you guys. You know what I'm saying? When they put on an Afrobeat song in a party, you see the party come alive. Oh, girls start dancing. Niggas start, You know what I'm saying? They put on that new ESTG, niggas start looking at each other screw face. They bopping, but they're looking at each other like, it's about to get crazy in here. Why are we putting that on then? You know what I'm saying? These guys are doing songs and they're using hip hop. Burner Boy be using mad hip hop. Banging you over the head with hits. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't using it right. Let me come through and I don't even be understanding what they say. I'm vibing. You know what I'm saying? The biggest hits this summer don't come from hip hop. Okay? Even though Travis Scott and Lil Uzi Vert had #1 albums, with the exception of I Wanna Rock, which is not a hip hop song technically. What's their single? What's the songs from those #1 albums that are running this summer? Y'all tell me, I'll wait. What's the single off the Travis Scott album that's killing it right now? You know what I'm saying? I don't go out. What's that Cabana Beach Club from that new Travis Scott that they keep on? That when that comes on, whoo! Party done. I'm not even, Dusty, right? He's saying some Toronto rappers don't even know what SoCan is. I'm not even gonna dare to ask what Toronto song comes on in the jam that shuts it down. There is none. Y'all niggas messed that up. Whoever had one, you're like, don't play that, fam, or I'm shooting this place up. So we can't even get our own shit off over here. You know what I'm saying? But when that Burner Boy comes on, brother, now everybody go get your breakfast. Everybody, party done. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Now the party starts feeling vibey. Now you start feeling the love. Everybody's dancing. You're like, yo, if you walked into the party right at that time, you're like, yo, this place is jamming. Yo, I'm staying here tonight. You walk in the party when NBA YoungBoy's playing, you're like, I don't know if we found the right place. We might have to get out of here. It's kind of scary in here. Stop me when I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm from the time when you go in the club, 1 a.m. on the way to the club. Like the music had you like, oh. And then Jay-Z come and bun down the verse. You're like, oh shit, and he rap good. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to hear that shit in the club, bro. You got too much hip hop playing in the club. I'm leaving. Put on the house music. Safer over there. Yo, salute the top 5. That's my guy. But you know what I'm saying? They're running that 21 questions in the place. You're like, who's those guys over there with the mask? Watch for those guys, okay, babe? You know what I'm saying? Can get spooky in there. Trust me. But yeah, man, I think I'm done my rant on hip hop, man. Hip hop is gonna turn around. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll be back on top again by 2024. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But right now we just not winning like that, yo. But I think I got it for today. I'm not really. What did we at? 3 o'clock almost. Need to go chill, go watch some TV. Blunts, courtesy of Diamond Club, of course. And then enjoy the rest of my day. Listen, this live got kind of messed up with the internet, and the first part with the rant, you know, I had to go see what's going on the op block. You know what I'm saying? See what's happening over there. Y'all can go check that out, okay? Go clip that, my guy. I'm off.